yesterday. The rains in Accra.
Yeah.
We have several places in Accra flooded.
And now the entertainment.
Miss, my entertainment.
I thought it
I said there's an unfortunate incident that happened.
I thought you started with entertainment news.
I did?
I
did. I did. Oh, wait, maybe you heard me wrong.
I didn't hear you.
It's your fault. I said there's an unfortunate incident that happened yesterday.
Yeah, you said that, but before you said that. It's your fault before you said entertainment news.
What's Monday, yes,
You are
No.
Don't worry.
Sorry. So yes, unfortunate incident that happened yesterday in various places in Accra. The flood issues.
Yeah.
So many places, Shade. Monkafra, but
I saw some of the videos and you see, that's why I keep saying that morning show hosts no me bremo mono.
Yeah.
Because it's become an annual ritual. Once it gets to this point, we know what's going to happen. Once it gets to this particular season, we know what's going to happen. And every year, we keep talking about the same thing. Most of these things are caused by activities done by human beings ourselves.
Yeah.
Either we are choking gutters or we are building where we are not supposed to build. People who are supposed to, authorities are supposed to see to it that these places are not allowed, people are not allowed to buid. Are allowing people to build there.
Let's talk about one that is happening right now on my side.
You see,
I won't talk about it.
Right behind you. Right behind you is a waterway.
Yes.
But the last time I passed by, I saw this.
They are filling it.
Grader and all that. They are filling that place. And eventually they will build there. Yeah. Then it blocks the waterway. Now where should the water go?
Maybe they will create a drainage system. I don't know. Maybe. I want to believe that after the person is done, he's going to create a drainage system where the water can freely pass.
Baby and so done. Who can say Binyanko Nim Yansan or Bo Hassan Sunifa? Baby and so done. So eventually it will punish you as a human being. Well, when we cheat on nature, when we keep thinking that we are messing with nature will eventually punish us. That's what's happening. Almost all the places that are getting flooded. Yesterday, I could see houses that were flooded to the extent that, like, you could see the water to the lentil level. So imagine everything in that house is gone.
But on Saturday too, I heard parts of Kumasi too were flooded. I heard Amonga Junction. That place, it's been happening over. It's been happening every year.
There have been moments when kids have drowned and all that. Do you get it? Yeah. Kids have drowned. Care official was talking about it on Saturday when we met. The fact that somebody had to run into a ditch because in Sone Yamagata the crowd, you know, it's crazy. Our drainages are all choked.
It's terrible
because of our own activities. Drainage, they say be say in Sone firm. Obi so na akwhwe ni ball agum nipa nyankopon ama wa dwen o ama onyansa wa ma wa dwen
they still do
fa dwen why your ball awie na de akogu drainage nim so enso ne de beko enso ne be fa wa na akọ so pese de run ko nti e fa wa akọ a na de be e de obeko ne emfa ne e ko fa obi ba no otena de fie na odwen ho a otese enso akofo obi a
I don't think people like that.
How do they feel?
I don't know. They don't think because
no, it doesn't make sense.
Any right thinking individual knows that.
So you know when these things happen, then we come back and we cry over the same thing annually. It's I'm saying a ritual. Every year when it gets to this point of the year, we talk about the same things because it's not changing. Because human beings are not changing our attitudes. We are not changing how we do things. Authorities are also not making sure that listen, take that entrenched stance. Once you build in those areas and we come, we are raising them down. Irrespective of what you think.
Don't they go for building permits before they start building?
That's why I'm saying that the authorities who are supposed to ensure that.
Do they go and check before they give the permits to them?
No, but when you buy when you have the land, the demarcations and all that, there's a site plan. Okay. The entire community has a plan, which is with the authorities. They know where schools are supposed to be, where houses are supposed to be, where churches and all those are supposed to be. So if you buy and you want to build, the thing is they need to come and check where exactly you are doing it. That's how come we have churches in communities. Like if you are sorry dancing fifi. And the normal circumstance, the churches, the schools and all that have places demarcated for them. But if you na mosque shen fifi, na sorry so she we come hala wakuba na we so the hambaba just say like udrin wa I don't know.
No, but Tim,
No, but it's crazy. Oh. At times, me dream one. Shakabo, like me dream one. Mentiasi. It authorities not like Oko Kaza Sia Becca's or your bonsam.
It will get better.
How? Oko Kaya Becca's or your bonsam because I saw in so me in the chan when Shana mosque and switch. And the answer I saw my bosom near said the idea of become home.
Okay.
Near Bad Dumanumsa. Because it's anyway. I'm more into a form of film. I don't know what to say. Whether somebody say I'm not like I don't feel anything. I'm indifferent. Like.
But it's sad. But I'm actually happy.
I don't feel sad though.
I'm happy that there were no casualties recorded according to NADMO. Like so far, there's been no casualties recorded.
Well,
so at least, but they put out numbers so that those people that were affected would call. That's so.
And this says Accra is just rain for about 30 minutes per, and then it floods. Mr. Hamble says really. I don't know what the really is meant for. Eddie again says, for Su, we are okay. It says, relax. Plenty of them don't have permits. Well, the city authorities are watching them build without permits. So, who should we blame? Good morning, Kojoma. Kojoma is asking me.
What's that?
He says, please, which church do you pastor? Your tongues.
Yeah, Hamamaya. It's in my head.
Hey, be careful. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's get into this is an entertainment story, but it's a little bit tricky. This interview actually happened on Friday on Hits FM, but it looks like right now people are now getting angry over it. There was an interview on Hits FM in the morning, and there was an artist Manye.
Oh yeah, Manya Fee.
Does she speak Ga?
Manya Fee, she speaks a bit of Ga.
She speaks a bit, but well, while she was having the interview, one of the pundits on the show advised her, say, if she wants to break the barrier in Ghana, offer Chika Accra and share Enyumi.
And it's become an issue.
The points where people were not happy, or let me say, some people in Ghana were not happy about was when she said, forget the Ga.
The Ga. Yeah, forget the Ga.
Forget the Ga. People are like, why would you say forget the Ga? Like...
Well, I mean, it's led to a lot of controversy. I've seen people share their opinions on social media. People feel, why should he say forget the Ga?
Yeah.
I mean, we are trying to also preserve our language and all that. So why should he say forget the Ga? But the point is, language is not always a barrier.
Yeah.
We've seen, we're here when we had Windeck and all that from all over the place. We've heard songs from... I mean,
TikTok, right?
Yeah, we had PSY or Gangnam Style. It was all over and all that. But the point is that why did you tell somebody to forget her language?
So I think
she could still merge it, have different languages and all that in the song. It doesn't lose anything.
Personally, I think people were forgetting what she was really saying. I don't think she was saying forget the Ga as in don't speak Ga at all. But she was trying to say one or two sentences in show there for frack keke. So not like completely.
Exactly, but the moment she says forget the Ga,
it's like
people, of course, like just a gun the other year in your mind.
And I've seen people in the comment section trying to talk about how that's whole conversation of how she is,
but you see, the point is you can't run away from the fact that Asante Tree is the most prevalent language in the country. Not just in the country, Po. It's the most prevalent. Like, so you can't do anything about it.
Yes, we know, but say
don't tell somebody to forget her language.
Yeah.
The point is you can advise that in order to break into certain
if you guys understand
you have a job. Your job is not to speak to yourself. Your job is to speak to everybody.
You don't understand.
So for me, I don't understand where all the thing is coming. Maybe from where it's coming from is just that when she said forget the Ga.
Yeah.
If you had said because there are times I listen to Adoma and what's the name of this girl? There's another girl who often sings in Ga. I enjoy it, but mentiasi it. And that's what music does. Music is not necessarily about the language. It's, if you're able to listen to it and feel that connection, then you have it. Richie Fifia Pia says, aside our drainage is being choked, the idea of tiling our compounds is equally a contributing factor. And that's true. Oh yes, almost everybody is tiling the home. We feel that's what it is. Oh, come on. You see, when you have grasses and all that at your home, when you have grass and it rains, it soaks it.
Yeah.
Do you get it? It soaks it, so it gets settled into the ground. But now with tails, then soon I say, "What should baby?"
People don't want to deal with weeds. You know, maybe when it gets the rainy season, I have to.
And I said, rainy season, the grass and all that. The grass and all that. Almost every 2 weeks,
and like you see, Ebianca, YFM, say the gravel Google
tiling quad. But you see, it's part of all
so
these
that's
things.
what I'm saying. People don't want to deal with that. So.
Yeah, but the point is, anyway. Please, let's wrap up.
Yes, our final story. Minister of Communications is also trending because yesterday he decided to come on social media or post Accra.
Yeah, he's been off for a while.
Yeah, he's been off for a while. So
Sam George.
He said eyes fixed on the prize. The task is set. The process is underway. Delivery would be to the glory of God and benefits of the people with his picture. And then people were like, yo, you're back. Please, data prices are still high. Handle it.
Okay.
And the minister is telling us that, see, it's not as easy as you guys think. When we are talking about the tariffs on the data prices, when it has to do with government revenue, the finance minister is the only person that can handle that.
But as a sector minister, he can actually push because he's handling that sector.
Too much.
But it's all opposition or joining here putting pressure. It's putting pressure. So when you're in opposition, what you see is different. When you get into government, what you see is different.
Yeah, so the people are telling him, we don't care what you are saying. Data prices are still high. Some of the networks too, we won't talk about it. It can go off like hours.
Michael Kofi Wealth is actually telling me Sinaso. Yes, Sinaso also sings in Ga sometimes. That's the name I was trying to mention. Thank you very much, Michael, for sharing that with me. But I mean the data prices because hey, listen, we were buying MTN was it 500 gig or something for like 500 and something, 300 and something Ghana cedis. All of a sudden that thing reducing by bare half. The amount of money you spend on data, it's crazy.
Yeah, so please.
Sam George,
please,
if anything can be done, just like you joined us fight it in opposition, I beg, we will help you fight it.
I see people taking screenshots of the things he said when he was in opposition. Reminder.
To say Jatane ya dane Anyway, that should be it for the trends, right?
That's it for the trends.
Thank you very much. Have a fantastic morning. Okay. All right. So CBG says if you are a government worker under the Controller and Accountant General Department's payroll, and for some reason you're looking for some.
This is YFM.